So this video is about finding our arithmetic sequence based on two given points. So if you remember our formula, a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 d. This is for the arithmetic sequences. Where it comes from is if you wanted the 10th term, it would be our first term plus, and then 10 take away 1 is 9 d's. Remember, we're always going to get one less d's than the term we're looking for. So if you had a sub 5, we would then plug in 5 here, and our 19, which is our fifth term, would be our first term plus 4d's because it's our fifth term. And our 21st term would be 83 equals our first term plus 20d's. And now if you look at these, and I get rid of this, we have a system of linear equations. So all you have to do is notice that they're always going to have the same a sub 1. And so we're going to take the larger 83, the one that's farther down, the 21, and then subtract the a sub 5 from it. So we're doing a sub 21 minus a sub 5. And so that would end up being minus 19 minus a sub 1 minus 4d. This is a system of linear equations, so we're just multiplying this one by negative 1. And we end up with that. Now if you add them together, you will get 64, and then these cancel, plus 16d. I don't know why I put plus, let's just put equals. And then there's your equation. So dividing by 16 gives us a d equals 4. So now we know the difference. And for our formula, all we need is our first term and our difference. So we have our d. Now if we plug it back in, we'll find a sub 1. So we come back over here. We plug in our difference of 4. And make sure that this is correct. It is positive. Our terms went from 19 to 83, so we are increasing, which would be a positive 4. If it was decreasing, you'd want to make sure it says negative 4. So 19 equals a sub 1 plus 16. And this makes sense. Remember, our difference is 4, so that means we have added 4 sets of 4, which is 16. So subtracting the 16 puts us at 3. And so now we know our a sub 1 is 3 and our d is 4, so our formula would be 3 plus n minus 1, 4. This is only one method though. So what we have here is a Sonicate method. So if you think about these as points, a sub 5 equals 19 would be the point 5 comma 19. That's your n, that's your a sub n. And a sub 21 would be the point 83, so that would be 21 comma 83. So let's look at this graphically. So we would have this. I already knew the d and the a sub 1 from before, but we can calculate these very easily. So look, we have it 5 is 19 and 21 is 83. Our difference here is our slope. You can see it goes up by 4. So when we went from 5 to the next term, which is 6, it increased by 4. And it increased by 4. And it increases by 4. That's our slope. It's up 4 over 1. So if you took these 2 points and found their slope, you are finding the difference. So our difference is the slope. So 83 minus 19 over 21 minus 5. And these two numbers will appear very similar to what we have down here. See, it's 64 over 16. So that means our difference here is 4. So another way to do it is just think about it. Our a sub 5 went to a sub 21 and it increased by 64, and that was 16 terms to get there. So 64 divided by 16 is 4, and there's your difference. So you can find it using systems of linear equations, because that's what they are, or you can do it just by finding the slope. When you're looking for d, you're looking for the slope. Now how do you find the first term? Well, just think about it. You use a sub 5. A sub 5 is equal to 19, and then that would be a sub 1 plus 4 differences. And so you would just subtract the 16, and 3 equals a sub 1. So this is an alternate way. You find the slope, and then you work backwards to find your difference. A sub 1. So look, we're at 519. All we're doing is going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we're doing. So if we count back 4 spaces, we went from 5 to 1. So we're subtracting 4 sets of 4 from 19, which gives us 3. These are linear equations. You can even see where the y-intercept is if you move back It's right there, 0, -1. But we don't deal with a y-intercept because we're starting with our first term is 1. And so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But your arithmetic is a linear equation. So now we can finish this off. It says to find the first 5 terms, and we have our formula. So a sub 1 we already know is 3, and then a sub 2 is, we just add 4, so 7. A sub 3, and you can plug these in. A sub 3 would be 11. A sub 4 is 15, and then a sub 5 is our 19, which checks it, and there are our first 5 terms. So you need to find your first term and your difference, or you could just take 19 and work your way back. That would also give us the first 5.